just argue. And I know you're gonna act a fool, and then no one could tell the difference between me and you, babe. Watching from a distance, hiding these feelings, going through changes. I'm just so mad, but now it's at my own expense. So I'ma just tweet it and delete it, knowing you won't read it before we get too far away. I need to clear my mind. I'd rather just tweet it and delete it before we cross the line and we reach a point we can't rewind. Maybe I need some space, need somewhere, somewhere else to go, to release, to relax, to let my emotions flow. But for now, I just tweet it and delete it, knowing you won't read it before we get too far away. I need to clear my mind. I'd rather just tweet it and delete it. Oh, before we cross the line and we reach a point we can't rewind. Rewind, rewind, I try to fill my mind with anything but him. So caught up in it, so caught up in it. Don't wanna love him anymore. I'm not gaining anything, so why am I still so caught up with him? I wanna lay in my bed, clear from all that's in my head. No, I wanna try something new, live another point of view. No, just another me without the ghost of us, without the thought of us. Just another day without the ghost of us, without the thought of us. I'm trying to leave the house, stay busy and go out, but so caught up in it, so caught up in it. I know I should be glad for all the things we had, but it's hard to forget when he might get assistant. I wanna lay in my bed, clear from all that's in my head. No, I wanna try something new, live another point of view. No, just another me without the ghost of us, without the thought of us. Just another day without the ghost of us, without the thought of us. Wish I didn't need him, no. Wish I didn't need him, no. Wish I didn't love him anymore, no. Wish I didn't need him, no. Wish I didn't need him, no. Wish I didn't love him anymore, no. Guess things happen for a reason, but what's the reason it hurts so bad? I wanna lay in my bed, clear from all that's in my head. No, I wanna try something new, live another point of view. No, just another me without the ghost of us, without the thought of us. Just another day without the ghost of us, without the thought of us. Wish I didn't need him, no. Wish I didn't need him, no. Wish I didn't love him anymore, no. Wish I didn't need him, no. Wish I didn't need him, no. Wish I didn't love him anymore, Yeah. Your eyes tell me that you don't wanna leave just yet. No, my eyes has agreed. It's almost like when we first met. Oh, I don't care, it's getting too late. I want you and I can't wait. Don't wanna spend a minute without you. I know you feel the same. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. And yeah, you know what's up. Ain't nothing I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right now. I know I'm yours, baby. So come give me love. You know you're mine, baby. So come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, baby. So come give me love. All of your love, I can't fake it. When I'm with you, my legs go weak. Yeah. Can you hear it? I think my heart just skipped a beat. Yeah. This feeling is getting so strong. Love me till the morning, love me all night long. There's something special about you. You're the one that I want. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. And yeah, you know what's up. Ain't nothing I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right now. I know I'm yours, baby. So come give me love. You know you're mine, baby. So come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, baby. So come give me love. All of your love. Won't you love me till the morning? Love me in the evening. You know what I want. Won't you hold me like I'm yours? Show me that I'm yours. You know just what I want. Won't you love me like the last time? Like our time was right now. Show me what it's about. Love me till the morning. Love me in the evening. You know what I want. I know I'm yours, baby. So come give me love. You know you're mine, baby. So come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, babe. So come give me love. All of your love. Won't you love me till the morning? Love me in the evening. You know what I want. Won't you hold me like I'm yours? Show me that I'm yours. You know just what I want. Won't you love me like the last time? Like our time was right now. Show me what it's about. Love me till the morning. Love me in the evening. You know what I want.
I think about us, I think about us calling. I think about us, I think about us falling. Through the dark night and through time, towards the light when you'll be mine. I think about us, I know the dawn is for us. I dream about us, I dream about the stardust. I dream about us, I dream of how it started and how it's all connected to everything we'll ever do. I think about what the future's holding for us. songs on the radio. Losing up and lose ourselves to this feeling. Oh, I just want your everything, baby. I'll be deep under your influence tonight. Ooh, keep it coming, babe. I don't mind another round. Drinking from your bottle, baby. Calling it wasted love, wasted love. I can't get enough of my baby. I'ma be wasted love, wasted love. I'm spilling liquor on the carpet, on the couch. I feel it dripping from my mouth. Drinking from your bottle, baby. Calling it wasted love, wasted love. Moon is rising and the stars are coming out. But we're missing 'cause we're way down on the ground. Ain't nobody interrupting if we decide. I just need an hour with you, baby. Yeah. Then we be blinded by the lights, oh. We get this feeling, oh, so right, oh. I'm so over being sober, yeah, all I know. I just need an hour with you. Drinking from your bottle, baby. Calling it wasted love, wasted love. I can't get enough of my baby. I'ma be wasted love, wasted love. I'm spilling liquor on the carpet, on the couch. I feel it dripping from my mouth. Drinking from your bottle, baby. Calling it wasted love, wasted love. I'll be deep under your influence tonight. Ooh, keep it coming, babe. I don't mind another round. Drinking from your bottle, baby. Calling it wasted love, wasted love. I can't get enough of my baby. I'ma be wasted love, wasted love. I'm spilling liquor on the carpet, on the couch. I feel it dripping from my mouth. Drinking from your bottle, baby. Calling it wasted love, wasted love.
Yeah, I saw. It's conscious. Wow, doing 90 on the jet skis.
Yeah, we living.
Tell these haters come and get me.
Come and get me.
Lil' mama, you look sexy.
And she bad.
I wanna fuck, she gon' let me.
See,
I ain't pussy, don't test me.
don't test me.
Ice hard, Wayne Gretzky.
Iced
Knew
out.
what it was when you met me.
Yeah, you know that.
Just be real, don't upset me. Yo,
do that.
I ain't got time for the foolery. None of these niggas ain't cool as me. None of these women ain't fooling me. I don't even need the rock jewelry. Ain't shit these people could do to me. I done seen it all, it ain't new to me. People be hating, that's jealousy. Only trust people that's cool with me. I ain't rich yet, but I'm soon to be. She wanna listen to Jodeci. Sippin' on some Henny, then we roll some weed. Give her that D, then I go to sleep. Only need money and loyalty. And my respect and my royalties. The more you get older is the more you see. Yeah, this shit ain't really what it's all to be. Yeah, shit ain't really what it's all to be. It be all talk, yeah, you know it's cheap. Following the herd, yeah, they all some sheep. All my bills crispy like my money neat. Keep a blue face, but I'm on the beat. Out of this world like a Kanye tweet. Curvy little mommy, and she's so petite. She a chef's kiss, then she's so complete. And I'm the best gift, so I'm rapid. Anything I do, they gon' back it. Even with my back against the basket. Stone Island a jacket, double I, yeah, they jacket. If I say it once, then that's it. But we went and doubled up. Nah, that's just water in my double cup. Doing 90 on a jet ski, tell them buckle up. Anybody wanna test me, we could knuckle up. Cause we got some real hooders, know a couple. And I done had enough problems, less drama, stay silent, more commas. Yeah, I'm really tryna get mine. Cause I done seen a lot of trouble, lot of hustle, few struggle. Some love you, other people really be lying. And I ain't playing no games, no pain, no games, no lames. Tell them they can all fall in line. Now we on the
Ay, ay.
그대가 내게 다가온다면 내게 말해줘 영원히 함께라고 그래 그럴게 나직한 고백 그 목소리에 내 맘이 떠올라요 Would you come be my lover 포근하게 안아줄래요 안아달라 그 한마디에 따스한 온기 전해줘 그대였나봐 그랬나봐 내 사랑 되어줄 사람 그대였나 되어 그대가 바라던 참사랑 그대 그렇게 바라볼 때면 불안해하던 마음이 편해져요 나의 귓가에 속삭여주던 사랑 노래가 마음을 대신하죠 매일 흘러갔던 이 길을 둘이 걸어요 영원토록 그대였나 내 사랑 되어줄 사람 그대였나 그대를 그대 내게 말해 그래 내게 말해줘요 그대 내겐 그대뿐인걸요 내게 말해줘 사랑해 날 사랑한다고 말할게 너만을 바라본다고 그대였나 감사해 그대가 내게 와줘서 My love Don't keep me down 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 Don't keep me down
무표정 그대로 고정 뭔걸 보면 의미 없는 생각도 감정 들은 more 그대로 유지 통해버려 발걸음을 돌려 또한 내 여기 서울려 나 빼고 모두가 잘 어울려 벌써 저녁 술집엔 안 들려 다 괜찮아 보여 행복해 보여 나만 어지러운 건가 봐 바쁘게 지나가 해는 또 지나봐 내 마음의 꽃은 언제 필까 바쁘게 살지만 그냥 좀 쉬다가 신호등 안넌 불이 언제쯤 바뀌니 이면 이껏 에너지를 쏟아붓고 탈진 할 때쯤 초록 빨간 둘 중에 뭐가 더 넌 기대돼
이젠 그만 따라갈래 거울 속에 나를 바라봐 줄래 마음속에 깊은 곳에 별빛을
서있어 잊혀진 섬 가운데서 파도가 지나간 마음의 세계통들이 지워져도 난 아직 기억하고 있어 yeah. 좀 아쉽지만 괜찮은 척 이제는 했어 찢어진 바지가 제법 잘 어울려 바다에 비친 모습도 꽤 괜찮아 괜시리 예전에 나를 떠올려 갑자기 그래도 센치해 나 근데 진짜 필요 없어 딱히 누군가 구조 갇혀있는 것보단 나물 없는 너의 그 수조 그냥 나만의 착각일 수도 있지만 믿을래 내 직감을 그래 don't kick me down 그게 내가 같은 길을 걸어왔던 이유 I'm a pass on that 다들의 시기는 흉 모래시계는 쉼없이 지나가는데 껍질만 보는 사람들은 마음이 어떻대
이젠 그만 따라갈래 거울 속에 나를 바라봐 줄래 마음속에 깊은 곳에 별빛을 No more sorrow 걸음씩 돌아갈 거야 sol ilumina coisas do além que vão além. Quando de repente é coincidência, nem precisa se esforçar pra crer. Apagaram as luzes pra eu ver. Saí da onde vim pra eu poder ser. Você mostrou o caminho pra eu andar. Eu disse é pelo mar que eu vou nadar. Não é só na vida que a vida, não é na janela que se olha. Há uma linha clara perto da saída. Fecha os olhos e você vai ver. Não é só aqui que o sol ilumina coisas do além que vão além. Quando de repente é coincidência, nem precisa se esforçar pra querer. Apagaram as luzes pra eu ver. Saí da onde vim pra eu poder ser. Você mostrou o caminho pra eu andar. Eu disse é pelo mar que eu vou nadar. In this moment,
Yes.
I cannot say what's wrong or right.
No.
It's not hard to fool me,
No.
'cause I'm addicted to the good life.
Yes.
Yeah, lead the way, I follow. No need to say
No.
where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all, to the edge of it all. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find no better one. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Ooh, susceptible now before the moment flies. It's not a problem,
No.
'cause I know what I'm getting into.
Yes.
Yeah, and nothing can stop me,
No.
'cause I'm addicted to what you and I
We are back. We are back. We are back. Shout out to the CIA. One love to the feminine, beautiful, inspirational women in the house. The FBI. How we doing, ladies? The Godfather's back in the house, and the house is, of course, packed. Let's turn that off. Let's turn that off. And let's get that going right there. Apologize for the late start, folks. Been a little bit out of sorts with this, doing this and doing that. So, here we go. How are we doing tonight? Are we good? Are we great? Do me a favor. The only thing I ask on the show is as we get into this thing, let's keep the engagement up. The engagement up over 50%. We should already have over 3,000 likes. Likes or dislikes, doesn't matter. Hit the engagement button so I don't have to end up stopping the show, because you guys know I will. I don't want to end up having to stop the show with this. So we good? We're good. We're great. Are we in focus? I think this is kind of throwing the focus off a little bit. So let's do this right here. Let's do this. I think this is throwing the focus off a bit. All right. Trying to do it camera angles and things like that. So, or let's see this. We want to do that show? Let's do that shot. Let's do that shot. There it is. All right, so here we go. How's everyone tonight? I am well. I am loving it. I love the fall. The fall is happening. The temperature's dropping. That's why, in the fall, it's time for cupping season. Cupping season, yes. And when we get to cupping season, that's when you need to get you one or two on the boo side. Look at it this way. One or two on the boo side. One or two on the boo side. Let's see how they want to do this shot. Let's see. Let's pull it back a little bit more. One or two on the boo side. And while we're talking about one or two on the boo side, y'all see the lady Muse in the back. I love my Muse. But then she has a friend. I don't know if y'all can see her yet. She has a friend. We're going to have her friend stay right there for a second. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Let's throw the angle off a little bit, but we may get that in there. Your fine ass. You gotta love it. You gotta have something to keep you inspired, folks. So, fragrance of the evening, from Roja Dove, none other than Elysium. Elysium Eau de Parfum. You guys can get this at your local. The only place Roja Dove is sold. You guys, if you like a Ventus, you'll love that stuff. And the fragrance and the candle of the evening, Incense 9 from Le Labo. Incense 9 from Le Labo. All right, so here's how this happens. Here's how this works. The slow chat is on. Chat is on 15-second delay. So, hey, make sure whatever you write, it's what you decide you want to have in there for the next 15 seconds. And as long as it stays under control, we won't end up having to take stuff away, because I'm kind of concerned some of you guys have been getting a little carried away in the chat room. Yeah, things need to be organized with it. Getting a little carried away in the chat room. We need to keep it cool, keep it classy. So, to that line, keep it up. Keep doing what you do. Let's pull the camera back a little bit. Let's see how the audio seems a little off. 1, 2. 1, 2. Is the audio good? Let me check the audio inputs, because I don't want to get started and then have to stop. So the audio is good. The audio output is good. All right. We got that there. The sound is good. Should be good. Sound should be good. Do. So the input was off. That there. The sound is good. Should be. All right. So the audio input was off. That's why you check everything before you get started. So here we go. Here we go. You guys see the title of the show. The title of the show, Modern Women Need to Be and Must Be Protected. And I need to add a little something to that. Modern women need to be and protected at all costs. At all costs. I'm killing you. Modern women need to be and must be protected at all costs. Why is that important? Well, as you've often heard, a nation can rise no higher than the moral position of its woman. That's true. A nation can rise no higher than the moral position of its woman. Not just the position of its woman, the moral position. Because if a woman is at a high height, but she's debaucherous, you'd have Sodom and Gomorrah. So modern women must be protected. Must and need to be protected at all cost. At all cost. Are we in agreement? If we're in agreement, I need everybody in the chat room to put a 1 in the chat room. If we're in agreement, put a 1 in the chat room. I'm serious. Big Shirley too? Yes, Big Shirley. Big Shirley too. Yes, Big Shirley too. Big Shirley and her cousins.
Greens, potatoes,
Yes.
tomatoes, lamb,
Oh, yes.
hogs, dogs, chicken, turkeys, rabbits, you name it.
You name it. You name it. Modern women must and need to be protected at all costs. If you don't understand that, well, I just don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you if you don't think that protecting modern women is job one for us all. But in particular, men. In particular, men, yes. Especially if you're one of these so-called high-value men or one of these high earners not rich yet. The guys making between $75,000 and $90,000, those high earners but not rich yet, or those Henry's in training, hit squad Henry's in training. If you're one of these guys, don't be out there, living your best life, getting in the gym, looking good, smelling good, taking care of your business. No. No. You must square up, chest out, feet straight, planted firmly and look in the direction of life and say, look at here, life. My goal is to protect modern women at all cost. Protect modern women at all cost. Now, I know a lot of people are probably like, nah, where'd Kevin go? This ain't the Kevin I know. The Kevin I know is usually talking about, you're average at best or something crazy on some clip you watch somewhere and then decide to make that be the sum total of everything a man says, a 7-minute clip. But anywho, modern women, and I want you to understand modern women, i.e., your Godfather understands. You must and you need to be protected. And you know why? Because if we don't, we're going to lose the entire world. You can't go on if you have no one to reproduce with. And if some of our best and some of our brightest aren't even getting with, men are deciding to stay off marriage or kids or whatever else and buy their own dog, then how's that going to work? So guys, you got to sign up for this job. I'm going to draft the men into it. And the men I'm going to draft into it? I'm going to draft the Thorough brothers over here. I'm going to draft the Thorough brothers over here. And I'm going to call them two things. Well, actually, there's several things I'm going to call them. I'm going to call them, for shorthand, I'm calling my Theos and my Ikes. I'm going to draft the Theos and the Ikes. And I'm going to draft the Theos and the Ikes of the world. They're going to be, standard bearers of how modern progressive men must and need to protect modern women at all costs. My Theos and my Ikes. So, guys, you've been drafted into the high value army. You have been put in as generals. Well, generals, yeah, generals. Generals, 3-star generals, 4-star over here, in the high value army. And when we have our war plan and we go to have our go-to-market strategy and we're going to try to strategize, what are we going to do? Well, this is how we're going to do it, guys. We got to protect modern women. Need to protect that because the nation can rise no higher than the moral position of its woman. And it is going to be incumbent upon you, me, you, and everybody else to get the marching orders out to other men that we network with and influence and all these other kind of things so they can understand that we need and must protect modern women. What? What'd you say? What'd you say, Theo? Why? Because if we don't, we fall. What, Ike? What? You don't understand? Oh, you didn't get the rest of the memo. No. You misunderstand. Modern women must and need to be protected, but they must and need to be protected from themselves. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't flip to the other page. Modern women need and must be protected. Turn the page in the new Rolex can. Turn the page and it says, modern women must and need to be protected. Turn the page. From themselves. Modern women need to and must be protected from themselves. Now, before you start running your mouth, ladies, stop talking. Before you start talking all that stuff, before you start getting upset, understand you must and need to be protected from yourself. Why? Well, because as you go, the world goes. If you're the first teacher of the child and you're the transmitter of culture, and if we're on a downward spiral, you must be protected. And the first person we got to protect you from is yourself. Because like we established earlier this week, modern women are in toxic relationships with themselves and other women. So by that logic, by the extension of that logic, you must and need to be protected from yourself. And understand something, gentlemen. Understand something, ladies. Get the likes up. That's your last warning. Understand something, gentlemen. Understand something, ladies. You want to know if a woman is really down for you? You want to know if a woman is really on your side? Ike. To my Theos, to my Ikes. I got one more name I'm throwing. Theo, Ike, come on. Ike, Theo. You want to know how a woman is really on your side? You want to know if she's really on your side? If you're dealing with a woman and she won't let you protect her from herself, she is not yours. What does that song say? Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. They know. Women know. I am going to tell you right now, modern women know themselves. Muse knows. We got to name her. They know themselves. Modern women know themselves. They will tell you just like, and it is your job that if you're going to deal with them, you must have the ability to protect her from herself. Because how many times they're like, it's my time of the month, it's my this, it's my that. Well, then just like they got these clocks and things to map such and so forth. If you ever been around women, you know it's a smart man who maps out his woman's cycle. Smart men know when their women's cycle is coming along. Because you must know how to interact. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all ladies got those apps? We have the built-in app. Oftentimes, we can tell you why you're screwed up before you pissed off at everybody, snapping at everybody. Like, you're probably about to have your cycle. What? Oh, yeah. See, that's what a man does. A man protects a woman from herself, because there are some people who will say women left to their own devices destroy themselves. I don't know how you feel about it. I'm going to just leave that right there. But hey, chaos. Chaos. What's going on right now?
Not the bang. The bang. Oh.
I mean, we got Bonnetgate, Banggate, yoga pants, raptor claws, fake clown makeup. We got all kind of stuff right now. Y'all are free, right? That's unprotected women running wild out there. And as men, we must and need to protect women from themselves. And the first way you protect women from themselves is you establish the women that belong to you. If you're dealing with a woman, dating with a woman, and she won't allow you to protect her from herself, she's not yours. Understand that. She's not yours. Don't listen to what they say. Listen to what they do. A woman who is yours will tell you, I'm horrible at money management. I'm horrible at time management. I'm this, I'm that, or even whatever will allow you to step in and correct, because you can see these things. And if she won't allow you to do that, gentlemen, she is not yours. If she won't allow you to do that, she's not yours. And more than anything else,
she belongs to the streets.
Yeah, she probably belongs to the streets. If she won't allow you to correct her, she is not yours. And matter of fact, if she is not grateful when you correct her, you need to bounce. But here's the problem. Far too many modern women do not want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. And the first thing that you need to be saved from is yourself. The first thing you need to be saved from is yourself. And here's where all the women start talking about. What are you talking about? I'm a grown independent woman. I got a PhD and first thing you'll hear.
I'm a PhD.
I got this, I got that. I pay my own bills, something and so forth. Listen to me and listen well. Ladies, listen and listen well. Let's go ahead and do the close up. Listen and listen well. Being an adult is not an accomplishment. I started doing an entire broadcast on this, but being a woman isn't an accomplishment, modern women. If the first thing you want to start doing is running down your list of qualifications to justify that you're a woman, that's like a king who has to say that he's king is no king. If you have to announce, I'm the man of this house, in the house, you're not the man of the house. Being a functioning adult is not an accomplishment. It is a requirement. And a woman who does not, and women who don't allow you to protect them from themselves, they have no real use for you, because that's one of your pillars. That's one of the P's of being a man: protection, providing. Well, you got to protect from outside and from inside. If you can't protect your woman from herself, that means she's left to her own devices. That means there's no discipline. There's no structure. There's no boundaries. Gentlemen, understand something. I have just liberated so many of you. Look around your life and see which women in your life claim to be on your page but won't allow you to protect them from themselves. Shout out to JR Wisdom. How do you know how you can protect a woman? I'll tell you. I don't deal with women who active on social media. I don't deal with women who are active on social media. Meaning Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. If you're active on social media and it's not for business reasons, meaning if you're active on social media to further your actual business brand and it's a real bona fide business, that's one thing. But I'm still not even a fan of that, but it's more acceptable. If you have a name brand, a stage name or something like that, then you need to be on social media for network and reach purposes. But notice I said a woman that's active on social media. You have a woman that's active on social media, she's going to bring all that drama into you. Because far more often than not, women are not looking at social media for learning's sake. They're looking at it for entertainment and distraction. You must be able to protect her from herself, because automatically so many women are really bad at time management. So the first thing you need to do is take a diet. You need to put your woman on a diet. Yeah. One of the first ways you protect your woman is put on the diet of the mind and the diet of the body. That's right. Come on. A diet of the mind and a diet of the body. Let's get these likes up, people. A diet of the mind and a diet of the body. She should be looking for your structure. A diet of the mind and a diet of, and now you don't just tell her why, you don't just take it away without telling her. You take it away and understand that this is going to benefit you this way. Another way you protect women from themselves is you remove all these so-called male friends. Don't deal with a woman who got a bunch of male friends. There's no need for them. Ladies, you want to know where your husband are? Check your goddamn friend zone. That's where your husband is. That's where your husband is. That's where your husband is, in your friend zone. You friend zoned your husband. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Your husband's in your friend zone. Your baby daddy was the fuck boy. I didn't do it. You did. That's your problem. Your husband is in your friend zone. Now, well, what are you saying, Godfather? I'm saying that if you are dealing with a woman and she has men in her friend zone, those are beta male orbiters. Those are guys who are willing, they're trying to get in on that circle. Even though she may have no use for them, not sexually attracted to, we all know as men, if she made that phone call late at night one night and said, you know what? You know what would happen if they got that hey big head phone call? You know exactly what would happen. They'd be over there lickety split. No, if you're going to see, you got to choose. If you want a man of value, you have to choose him over everything else. This is what we're going to start talking, ladies. In order to have a man protect you from himself, he has to make you custom. He has to take you away from the chaos, take you away from social media, take you away from your so-called friends, because y'all ain't friends. Women really aren't friends. Y'all just tolerate each other. I've talked about that so many times. Y'all just tolerate each other in between relationships and in between arguments. Y'all are not friends. So a man comes along and says, hey, you can be on social media and have male friends, cool, but I don't date women like that. Well, we can't date. Well, I'm not going to date you. And if you want to date me, I don't date women with social media. So in order to be with you, I got to do that. I said, I don't date. I'm not telling you what you have to do. That's how you do that, guys. You don't tell them what they have to do. Just tell them what you won't tolerate. Don't tell them what you won't tolerate, and don't budge on it, because you know why you're doing it. You're not doing it to be controlling. You're not doing it to be tyrannical because you're insecure. You're doing it because you know it's no good anyway. She shouldn't have a bunch of male friends around her, because those guys in her friend zone want to be her man. And if you're going to deal with her, she needs to cut all that off. See, women today are in too many different. You're not committed to anything. You got a pinky here, a pinky there, a pinky here. You got a penny in everything. You got a bunch of goddamn penny stocks. You need to put all $1,000 into the stock of me. You need to put all $1,000 into the stock of that man. Don't put $1 here and $1 there, $1 here and $1 there. Women think by having all these goddamn men, they're spreading out the risk. Now what you're doing is you're on the path to buying a dog and dying alone. You're not spreading out a risk. You're spreading that bullshit. I keep him over here and keep him over there, keep him over there, keep him over there. Just like when I was talking to that lady the other day who said her mother was going to school to become a teacher or something, but she dropped everything to move with her husband, her fiance, her boyfriend, who became her husband, who's a 1/10 of a 1% man with 10 kids. See, ladies, I said it before and I'll say it again. A woman with strong roots, ties, she got her own apartment, a car, this, that, and so forth, dog, that ain't your woman. She belongs to the world. Ladies, what do you have? What are you willing to give up that matters? What are you willing to risk? What are you willing to invest? What are you willing to give that hurts? This is what women have been told. You've been told that men got to give all this stuff and go make value, become a man of value, this, that, such and so forth. And then you're just supposed to be there. No, ma'am. No, no, no. No, absolutely no. What are you willing to give up that matters? Yeah, social media matters. Your male orbiters matter. They matter. Oh yeah, they matter. And if you're not willing to give those up, gentlemen, she's not willing to let you protect her from herself. That means when ups and downs happen, as they always will, she will turn to all these other things instead of turning to her relationship with you. That's why you stand firmly on that square. Do not negotiate on these things, guys. I've done it and it doesn't work. I can tell you many guys who've done it. It doesn't work. Now, like I said, professional allowances, that's different. That's different. Professional allowances for some social media is different. But in general, not necessary. So social media, male friends, here's about what else you guys need to be protected from. Your other friends, your female friends, your single ladies. You know, what single ladies are we talking about?
You know what? I am a strong, independent woman.
If your lady friend has a bunch of strong, independent womanist, third wave feminism kind of women, that's chaos waiting to be on deck. Don't deal, ladies. I'm help you. I'm gonna protect you from yourself. Get rid of women like this because they're not your friends. Single women keep women single. You want to know how I know they're not your friends? Let them get a man in their life that they care about. Guess what you'll have? Guess what you'll have? Guys, how many times have we seen this? A woman, you're dealing with a woman, and she got all these, feminist, womanist friends who are always making all these demands on her time, and you don't need this. As soon as they get a man that's half about something, a partial, as soon as they get a man that is about a tenth of what Ike or what Theo is, as soon as they get a tenth of one of these guys, they piece them friends out. As soon as they get rid of these, they girlfriends like this quick, they'll ditch them for anything. If they believe they can get more shine for not being, as soon as they feel like they can get more shine or more love without having you around as their emotional support system, they piece you out, lady. Understand something. Protect you from yourself. So what does that make you? It makes you open, vulnerable. It makes you open, vulnerable. It makes your vessel empty so it can be filled with us. Your vessel needs to be able to be filled with us. And that's one of the major problems today. You cannot deal with a man of value because your life is already at the 98% full mark. 79, 80% of your life is full with your damn so-called job. Then the rest of that is your friends, your pets. There's no space for the kind of men you say you want to. That's why you got beta male orbiters, vibrators, and doofers. What's a doofer? Doofer now. Oh, yeah. So, ladies, you need to go on a detox. You need to clear out the clutter. Let this be the season. You clear out the clutter. How many ladies are willing to do this? How many of you ladies are really willing to put yourself in a position to be the wife you claim you want to be? Because I am not like a lot of men who think these women are, you have to be born like this. You're not born like this or raised like this. No, I'm not a determinist. You can change. But women who start making these kind of changes have a different energy, a different aura. They're not as anxious. They're not as avoidant. They're a hell of a lot more feminine. They're a hell of a lot more secure. Why? Because their mind is in a different space. Dealing with a woman that's actually moving this way is a pleasure. There's peace. You know how irritating it is for a man to be sitting around talking about, hey, how you doing? Did you see what's in the shade room? On me to take out this, da, 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 da. Did you see? Guys like, I don't care. We want to just, let me protect you from yourself. Take that away. And here's the thing. If she won't let you protect her, she's not yours. Don't get offended, gentlemen. Just recognize it as a sign. She wants to protect herself. She doesn't need to be saved. She's saving herself. She's just fine by herself. Enjoy it. Let it go. And guaranteed, either one or two things are going to happen. Either you go on about your life, and with time, distance, you'll recognize that you're probably better off of that. Or number two, if she's lucky, she'll sit around and be like, this over here was a hell of a lot better than this madness that I know. I know this madness, but this over here, this looks scary, but this actually has a better long-term proposition. Because ladies, you're not good at protecting yourself from you. Your man can see things around you in your friend circle, your network that you can't see. Just like you can spot bullshit for us. Women's female intuition is strong. Guys, you got to admit, a woman who's tuned into you on your wavelength, she can spot danger that you don't necessarily see because she's tuned in. But see, the problem is so many modern women have so much other stuff going on that they can't be tuned in too long. They have little short attention spans. Relationships require attention. How many times do you ladies find out that you're too busy? You do this, you do that, do this, do that. Well, look, let me go ahead and get you ready for this one. Things that matter, you make time for. Things that matter, you invest in and you put the work in. So when we hear women talk about it's too hard, it's a sacrifice, what you're really saying is you want a man of value to be easy. Now, did he become a man of value with no effort? No. So you need to put in matching effort. And one of the first things as a modern woman you can do if you really want to enter into this dating world and have a different outcome with the kind of man you say you want is show your work by showing your worth. Guaranteed, women who actually are willing to sit down with a man who is serious about moving forward with somebody, when he can talk to you about this kind of stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, no problem. Give up social media. I'm not on social media no way. You want to know what that does to a Theo or an Ike or a Blake Henry? You want to know what that does to Blake, Theo, and Ike Henry? You want to know what that does to them? They're like, oh, she's not on social media. First thing they're going to do is go Google you. And they're going to look at you. Ain't no Instagram with you on there. And if it does, it got like 3 followers. Twitter, what? You got like, 2 followers. Facebook is private. Not even private, just shut down. Like, oh, shit. But TikTok is full like a motherfucker. Brothers are like, okay. I ain't on social media. Check. All right. So, and you start talking, and when it finds out that you really don't have any men floating around your friend zone, okay, so you've taken yourself out of party girl, or you've taken yourself out of possible, out of fun to possible. See, women that have these things going for them, or have the attitude to have these things going for them, they have a completely different energy and aura. These are the kind of women that your Blake Henrys and your men of value, whether they blue Henrys or white collar Henrys, blue collar Henrys, hit squad, whether they're in process, making it on vacation time. Men like this are willing and happy to pay the cost to be the boss to a woman who is going to be an actual feminine asset to him. That is one thing that is without a doubt. So I don't believe that all modern women are done. I don't. I really don't. Because all modern men were not raised to be the men we've become. I believe people can change key areas. And I also believe people can make adjustments to the thing that matters. What's required is thorough communication. Thorough communication. You know what? I got it written down. So Blake Henry's let me go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and write. I'm going to do an entire video on this topic. You know what's required? You want a recipe for a relationship? A recipe for a relationship. You guys are ready? Take your pen out. Okay. Hey, guys, knock off the emojis, please. A recipe for a relationship of peace. Thorough communication. Understanding. Forgiveness. A vision, because it needs to be going somewhere. Respect. Honesty. And in that, a unity of a healthy affection. You need a healthy sex life too. I'm going to do an entire broadcast on that. But at the top of the list is thorough communication, because your Blake Henry, your Theo, your Ike are men of action. They do not have time to go tell you every time they got to take a step or move left or move right. You must be willing to trust them implicitly. I'm going to upload a video I did. I'm going to upload Instagram that I did yesterday when I talked to this Jamaican sister. It was about an hour conversation, probably one of the best conversations I've had in 2021. And her question was centered around trust. I gave an example of thorough communication. The communication must be thorough, from leader to led and led to leader. A man cannot get out and do what he needs to do to the level that needs to be done if he has questions about what's going on at home. If you don't have thorough communication, you are not an FBI woman. You do not have the ability to inspire your CIA man with a lack of thorough communication. It will not happen. No thorough communication increases doubt. When he's out fighting this way, he needs to know that back here is firm on his side, that nothing's changed. Why is this important? Because you need this capacity, this vacancy, to make a recipe for a peaceful relationship. Now, notice in all of that, it didn't say you needed a bunch of girlfriends, a bunch of men in your friend zone, and you needed TikTok and InstaTwit book, or FaceTube. But maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe you know what, because who wants to listen to me? I'm just some guy on YouTube. I don't know. I'm just some guy on YouTube. I don't have any idea what's going on. But I will tell you this more than anything else. If women don't start protecting them, getting protection from themselves, what's the outcome? We got Q&A opening up tonight, and then we got a smoke show coming up too. I think it's time to do a smoke show. Every now and then, it's time to kind of release the tension and kind of get things going. And coming back from vacation, we're still kind of ramping back up. Next week, we are going all in. I'm actually thinking about doing a show on Sunday as well. If I do a show on Sunday, I need you guys to make sure, I need you guys to go check your notifications to make sure they're turned on and set to all. Because if I do a show on Sunday, it'll pop up on your notifications. I'll put it on the community tab as well. Because I think we're at a point in time to where it is important for us to understand that, well, especially ladies, understand winter is coming. Winter is coming, and for some, winter is here. Okay? And whether you like it or you don't like it, the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. And men aren't your enemy. Men's instinct to protect is strong. And it's good, especially when there's instinct to protect you from yourself. To have better outcomes is always a good thing. Let's get it.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay para emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el putín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios todo lo ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue.
PhD.
El mundo quiere dinero.
There it is, ladies. Do you guys need to be protected from yourselves?
Se arregla con dinero.
What do you think?
Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. De corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Yeah, de corazón. De corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money work. Money work. Money work. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Lunes. Lunático.
I see. The funny thing is, you have a lot of my critics and detractors saying that women need to be protected from, these hostile guys over here and these men over here who have all these harsh things to say and these these criticisms, and that they're just and you need to go here or you need to go there, and it's so bad for women. And I'm like, telling women that everything is okay when they can look around and they know that it's not, is helping who? Lying to women does not help anybody. When my oncologist came in the room and told me, "Hey, Kevin, you have stage 3 Hodgkin's disease, which is a form of cancer, and we're going to need to treat this with chemotherapy, blah blah blah." He didn't say that he didn't hold my hand. He didn't hug me. That wasn't what he was there to do. He was trying to save my life. Make it clear. Ladies, when somebody keeps trying to tell you that it's how the message is delivered, they're not really trying to help you. You want a soft, compassionate message? Don't go to a cultural consultant. You want an effective message that's actually going to get you some different outcomes? Go to a coach or a consultant. If you want somebody that's going to help you get a different outcome, go to a coach or consultant. Guarantee you, when Shaq was trying to learn how to shoot free throws, that guy wasn't saying, "You know what, Shaq, better luck next time." When field goal kickers are trying to learn how to kick better, they're not saying, "Oh, well, just a little bit this way." Hello, how are you? I am well. How old are you? 26. Single, married, what? All right. So what do you got on the topic? Modern women need to be protected from themselves. Mm. Okay. Well, do you live in the same city as your mother? Okay. How long ago were you with the man you were talking about? Okay. Any particular reason why you guys didn't marry? Hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, so, but to be fair, did you go into the dating situation with a marriage expectation of an outcome? Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, and I want people to understand that because they'll hear a large age gap like that and think, oh, well, that old man. No, no. See, I believe in intentional dating. And if you're going into dating as a woman and with the intention to be married, then you only date men who are marriage minded. Other than that, you're just dating. And to my opinion, personally, I think dating for the most part is kind of useless because it doesn't really prepare you as a man. I mean, I guess in your situation where you're saying it, it's beneficial, but for most people, it's useless. What did you? Well, let me ask you a question. Maybe I'm wrong. What did you learn with this man that's going to help you with the next one? Okay. What was your mama? What was your mama? Okay. Okay. So you say you're seeing somebody else now. Are you guys both in the same city? And are you? How long you guys been together? Okay. Okay. All right. So, cool. And how's everything going? Okay. All right. Appreciate you calling in. Bye bye. All right. We're gonna bounce. Let's see coming in. Altisha, how you say your name? Let me go ahead and put you out here, guys. Here's what we're gonna do. Friday night. It's a little bit late. Uh, Altisha, is that how you name? Wave. All right. Here we go. Q&A is open. If you have any questions, hello. How are you? Your audio is not connected.
Good. How
There it
you
goes.
doing?
Good. How old are you?
Uh-oh.
There we go. You good.
I'm 34.
34. You single or you
34.
married?
Single.
All right. So modern women need to be protected. What do you think?
It's true. Um, the order of leadership from man to woman is if whatever men want us to know, they need to tell us and teach us. And that comes with protecting us too.
Oh, well, I agree, but at 34, what's your longest relationship?
4 years.
How long ago was that?
Um, it ended when I was 21.
You haven't been in a relationship for the last 13 years?
No.
What's going on?
Um, I learned a lot, so I know when somebody's genuine and when somebody's not.
13 years, though, Ma. 13 years. There's a story there. That's not normal. It's a long gap. And you say your longest relationship was 4 years and ended at 21. I really don't. You count high
Yeah.
school, early college stuff as relationships. So what have you been doing the last 10, 13 years as far as your romantic life?
Working. I've been trying. I've been trying, but it just men that I come across, they either don't know really how to lead, or they
What do
just
you
feel
what do you mean they don't know how to lead?
like they don't they don't know how to prioritize
Okay, I'm a
like
little
buying.
I'm confused. I'm confused. You haven't had a relationship in 13 years. So how can you say the men don't know how to do these things that come in a relationship?
Because that's why it doesn't turn into a relationship. Because I, in the courting stage or the dating stage, if I haven't, I'm not a perfect person, but I know how to be submissive. I mean, I think I'm naturally a submissive person and a
Okay.
people pleaser type of person. So, what I notice is some people, once they get you, they tend to want to. I'm not gonna say dominate. I don't want to use vulgar language. They tend to want to shit on you. If you
Well,
lower your
ma'am,
head for
okay,
some
ma'am,
people,
okay. Look, now you're getting into hyperbolic territory. You ain't had a relationship, so how can somebody shit on you?
because you deal with people for because sometimes
Uh
men
huh.
compete with you.
Ma'am,
Um,
you're talking very general. Sometimes men do it. Sometimes it's hot. Sometimes it's cold. Sometimes I like pizza. Sometimes I like salad. What you're saying doesn't connect because you haven't had anything. Have you been celibate for the last 13 years?
no,
So you've had sex,
uh, yeah,
but you haven't
I've
had a
had
relationship.
not what I would consider a real relationship. A relationship is somebody you know for sure has the same intentions you do towards that relationship.
Uh huh.
So
But you
even
just
if
said
I thought it
earlier,
was
you said earlier, women need to be protected themselves, and you said you agreed, and you said the man you're with needs to tell you what he wants, and these kind of things, and that's more or less a customization. But I'm talking to a woman who admits she hasn't had a relationship in nearly half of her life, 13 years, but you have been sexually active, which is cool. Then when I start asking
not the
you,
whole.
but man, when I start asking you just about the general reasons why you haven't even progressed to some sort of relationship, it's just vague. So it begs a question. You you knew someone well enough to share your body with them, which is but not well enough to share any time with them.
Well, maybe I shared time with them and I thought they were one person. They end up being somebody else
So
over
that's def
time. So
over time. About how much time are we talking about?
maybe 3 or 6 months.
3 to 6
Sometimes,
months,
you know,
ma'am.
I've
What I'm hearing, ma'am, is no accountability on your side. Everything is about what
right.
you don't have any accountability. Everything you did is pointed out.
Well, I'm just gonna put it like this.
Hmm.
I have, spent time with somebody for a
Okay.
year, and in that time frame, it's like that person told me, "This is what I want. Do this, and eventually, I will commit, or I'll make this official, or whatever." So
What does that mean?
that's what I'm
Make what official? What does make it official mean?
like. We're dating officially.
No, I
Like,
know. I don't know what that means.
I,
I don't know you from make it official. Could it mean marry you? Could have meant make it official. Could have meant y'all bought a dog. What does it mean?
and like, I'll, they're gonna give you a title, like as girlfriend, and they're gonna start building towards marriage with
Okay,
you.
so you interact with somebody for a year,
Mhm.
and they said, and over the year they kept promising you that they would make it official to where you guys were publicly a couple. Okay,
Yeah.
did you guys live in the same city?
Hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a hard question. Okay,
Okay.
what's going on with your self esteem to where you would accept that bullshit for a year?
Because
with somebody that
naturally,
lives in the same city?
because I understand. Well, I'm gonna be honest. Watching my biological father and how he dealt with women kind of gave me a mind frame that men. A lot of the stuff you talk
Did you
about,
go
I
up? Did you
already
go up? Did you go up with your father? Did your father
no,
raise
not my.
you? So, due respect, ma'am, you don't know what your father did. You know what your mother
Um,
told you.
no. No. Anytime I get with my dad, that's what he talks about. Women.
But watching you, okay, what I'm saying is you didn't grow up with your father. So saying watching how your father treated women can't have that big of an impression on you if you didn't see it. You may have found out
That's
about this as an adult, but you didn't witness it, so it
no.
can't really have an effect in your formative years like that.
Well, no, I did. I did. I'm not gonna go into detail,
Okay,
but I
ma'am, what you
did.
need, okay, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna just be point blank. Ma'am, rarely am I just this, you have, I think you need therapy. I think you need therapy. Because not having a relationship for 13 years, that's abnormal. I don't care why the reason, especially when you live in the United States, 13 years, and you're only 34 years old, something's going on with you. The only common denominator in all of our relationships is us. And when I'm asking you what's going on with men just to date, it's all somewhere else. This guy said he'd do this for me. This one said that they may shit on you. This could happen. This could happen. My daddy. Nothing about you.
Well,
You.
I mean, I wasn't that person's cup of tea. Some people want.
You,
I mean, that's
ma'am.
just
You. See,
that.
ladies, this is
Yeah.
why women need to be protected from themselves. I am sitting here talking to a woman at 34. Did you go to college?
Yes.
Did you graduate?
No.
All right. I'm just trying to, what do you do for a living?
Um, I work. I'm a supervisor. I'm a writer.
Okay. But you can take care of yourself, is what I mean.
Yeah, I take care of myself pretty well.
All right. So you're a competent adult, but and you're 34 years old. So if I asked you, what age do you think your relationship skills are?
Mm. Um, Probably about 20, 21. Well, that's not true. Not about 34. Honestly,
No, I'll
I'm
give
just
you
trying
about
to.
16.
No, don't do
No,
that.
ma'am, absolutely
No.
not. You are not a, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, no, no. This is where you listen to me. Absolutely not. You are not speaking like a 34-year-old woman when it comes to relationships. Absolutely not. You are chronologically 34, but
Sorry.
if your last relationship ended at 21, it's fair to say that there was a trauma there when it ends. And you're saying you were involved in a relationship for a year with somebody in the same city who wouldn't even give you the title of girlfriend. Cool. We've all been in these uh, relationships where we didn't get what we wanted. That's human. It happens to us all. Men have that too. But the difference is you're not taking any accountability for any part that you play. It's always it's out there. My dad, this guy, that guy. And at 34, you have to ask yourself, did you think you would have this kind of did you think this would be your relationship life or your romantic life by the time you turned 34 when you were 15?
No. And then to take accountability, I would say that I chose the wrong people. Like you said, self-esteem probably.
Then how are you going to address that?
That's how I'm addressing it, not choosing the wrong person.
How are you going
That's
to
why
make
I've
sure
been.
that doesn't happen?
That person has to be genuine.
You don't
That
know.
person has to
See,
be
see,
genuine.
no, see, this is why they got to be protected from themselves. You can say it, but what you haven't said is you're going to pick wrong again because nothing about you has changed other than the fact you said I picked wrong. Yeah, but if you don't know why you're picking wrong, you're going to pick wrong again. This is where the therapy comes in. If you want a different outcome, you got to change the inputs. Just watching videos and talking to a guy talking to me is not going to change it. And at 34, I would expect a different level of maturity from a woman to say, you know what? I'm 34 years old and I've been unsuccessful in my romantic endeavors. At 15, a teenager, I would assume, be a little bit more confused. But at this point, you should be to a point where like, you know what? Something needs to change. I need some help. Whatever's going on, I don't seem to be able to get this to go in the right direction. But you can't be in charge of this process. And even in this conversation, you're resisting the fact of taking accountability for what's happened to this point. It's deflections. The net of it is this, though, ma'am. And why is this important? Because at 34 years old, at this pace, what is the likelihood you will be married to a man of value by age 40?
Not likely.
Okay. And if you don't marry that man, simple question I ask everybody. By age 65, will you have $2 million to which to retire on?
I might.
Really?
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm not. Listen, now I'm going to go there. I'm not playing. I'm not playing with you.
Either.
Okay. All right. So are you earning over six figures now?
Not right now, but I'm almost.
Okay. Then, ma'am, where do you think this money is going to come from?
That's going to have to come from me.
And how do you anticipate earning $2 million in the next 31 years if you're not even earning six figures now?
I'll have to figure it out.
No, ma'am. You see, that's the thing. And see, this is what I mean. They must be protected from themselves. This is a joke. This is what this sister on Obsidian. This is what Obsidian. That's what the sister on Obsidian's channel was talking about. Ma'am, it's not a game. It's not a joke. You got to figure it out, ma'am. If you don't have money to take care of yourself from 65 to 85, the government has nothing for you. Where will you have to live?
Right. So
no, I know, but what I need you to, but you need to say it. When you exhaust what little money you have, where will you have to live?
I would have to find a way. I mean, I don't. That's
no, ma'am. I asked you, when you exhaust the little resources you have, where will you have to live? There is no more job. See, a lot of people seem to think they are going to be working until their dying day. You will be aged out of the workforce at 65. No more job. No more hiring. That means no more money. When it's all gone, where are you going to live? When you can't pay your rent.
If that's the scenario, then I wouldn't have anywhere to live.
Right. So what does that mean you'd be living?
On the streets. I'll be in a nursing home.
No nursing home. Nursing homes cost money.
He said no, nursing home.
Nursing homes cost money. No, nursing homes cost money. You have no children, no husband, no family that's going to be able to do this. So if you can't pay for yourself because you're not in a relationship and you can't seem to get on with somebody, you got to pay for it your entire way. That's why I do this. So women can understand that this isn't an option. You must get a relationship and deal with a man, or you need to get a woman and some other women because you don't make enough money to live by yourself. When work is over, you will be on the street, homeless. Now, I want you to honestly ask, truthfully, I got one truthful question. I want you to answer this honestly. Can you answer this one question honestly for me?
Yeah.
Do you really think you're going to end up homeless after retirement?
Do I really think that?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Thank you. That's the problem, people. That's the problem. It doesn't matter what reality is. It doesn't matter what the numbers say. It doesn't matter what the facts, the data, the statistics. It doesn't matter anything. Women like this truly believe It's not gonna happen to me.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
But
I
that's the
mean, but
problem, ma'am. That's
I,
the problem, ma'am. But that's the problem. If you
I
don't
get
have
that.
it, if you go to a restaurant and want to order something that costs $50 and you got $2, you don't go sit down, order it, and eat it, and say, I'll just figure it out.
What I'm saying when I say I'll just figure it out is when you don't have a choice, you're gonna figure something out. I
Ma'am,
mean, it's not like
there is no
you.
choice. No, what does that mean though? You're going to figure out something that's going to make you enough money to pay rent consistently for 20 years without a job in the form of income?
I mean, to be honest with you, I have aunties who do it, who are 70, 75.
And your aunts grew up in a different time. And see, guys, you've heard it. They don't, ma'am, I understand, but you're not living in reality. Your aunts grew up in a time where they got Social Security. You won't have Social. I'm not trying to be rude, man, but you're not being an adult.
I am being an adult.
Okay, your aunts are 40 years older than you. They grew up in a different time. Social Security benefits were available for them. They won't be there.
Well, if that's true, then you know, I mean, that's okay. I mean, what can
It's
I?
okay.
All I
It's
can,
okay.
all I can say is I can only do my best. I mean, what else can I
This
do?
is what I mean. This is what I mean. This is the outcome of the modern, independent. No relationship woman. This is the outcome. This is what's going on right now in Korea, in Japan, with the leftover women in Dakota Koshi. This is what's going on. This is modern, middle class earning women. You're not a bad person, but it's the fact that, well, it'll all work itself out because in your mind, you really can't imagine a world where elderly black women in their 60s are just on the street. You just can't imagine that. Somebody got to do something. I mean, the government, the church, somebody got to do something. I mean, and I'm sorry, man. That's not how this world works. Men, I will tell you, we don't live like that. We know that if we can't take care of it, that's what's waiting for us. And this is what lying to women does to my critics and detractors. Being soft and gentle and coddling women, it leads to misinformation to where they really can't comprehend a world. And ma'am, you're no different than a lot of women who think the relationships are optional. I don't need to rely. I mean, I'm cool, but and never in thousands and thousands of years of human history, women never thought relationships were optional. They needed men to survive. In a modern first world country, you ladies have been divorced or disattached from your need of men because of a system. But the system exists only if you can pay for it. When you can no longer pay for the system, your rent, your electricity, your utilities, all this other stuff, your rent or your mortgage, when you can no longer afford to pay for the system, you were put out of the system. And then huh?
So I know that.
But are you living your life like that? Against
Yes,
it. If I don't do this, okay. All right, cool. I made my point, and the point is, ma'am, if you can't figure out how to be with a man and get along with a man, you need to make a hell of a lot of money. That's what it comes down to. That's what this whole thing is about. If you ladies can't figure out how to get along with men, and there's all this bullshit, the men are this, the men are that, I don't give a shit what it is. Being with a man needs to be better than being goddamn homeless, is the point. If being shitted on needs to be better than sleeping on shit. That's my point.
How about this though? But look at this. Can I just say one thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
You always say that most of the men, black men, make about $42,000 a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I choose one of these men, and I don't never date a man for money. I'll date a man who works at McDonald's if he's genuine and he likes me, he's real. But let's say I date this man that's shitting on me making $42,000, he's not gonna be able to save me no way in retirement. I'm not after.
First of all, you assume that. First of all, that's why you need therapy. Every man shits on you in your world. You can't.
No,
you haven't
I'm
talked to
not
me.
saying-
But here's the thing, man. Let's say you live with a. Let's say you get with a 42. Let's say you get with a woman, and you become a lesbian, and you get with a woman making 42. Listen, two incomes are better than one. Two people in a house is better than one. You can at least save money by not. See, that's what you. This is what it is. If a man is not making them happy, they don't see a need for a man because they don't see the practicality of it. That's what you guys are hearing.
Well, life is about being happy, though.
No, it is not, child.
It is to me.
Child, no, it is not. And I am saying that because that is a childlike statement for a 34-year-old woman. Life is not about being happy. That is a childlike notion.
So what is life about then?
Ma'am, if you think life is about being happy, this is what happened. My critics and detractors understand this is what the black community has become. Women who think life is just about their selfish happiness.
No, I didn't say my happiness only.
Life is about being happy. Life is not about being happy. Like you know what no, don't overtalk me. You know what you asked? There's a theory that says all life is suffering.
And who wrote that theory?
Somebody who knew more than you.
All right. Well.
Because out comes the sign language. Here comes the sign language. When they can't win the argument, here comes the, let me start being obstinate and being, have at it. That's what it is, folks. This is why modern women need to be protected from themselves. Who can honestly say that they felt like they were talking to a competent, tuned in, ready to go, participating adult? You got to get on camera. Alexa, you got to get on camera or you got to go. Okay, Latalia, go ahead. Unmute yourself. Sure. How old are you? Okay. Are you single or are you married? All right. What do you have on the topic? Mm-hmm. Of course. Mm-hmm. Alexis, unmute yourself. I appreciate you calling in, Ma. Yeah, it sound like they were trying to encourage you to be just like the woman I got off the phone. Alexis, hello. How are you? Good. How old are you? 23. Single or married? All right. What do you think? Do modern women need to be protected? Oh my. My. Okay, go ahead. Hmm. Okay. But I say they need to be protected from themselves. Modern women need to be protected from your own natural impulses. Did you witness a call I just had with that woman? Mm-hmm. No, I don't think there's no. I don't think there's a doubt in saying that we can't get anywhere with anybody, male or female, that thinks that way. Somebody needs to step in and save us from ourselves because it's just gonna work out. That's not realistic. So, all right. So do something different. Don't be riding around on that carousel like the young girls. Don't be out there doing all that crazy stuff. All right. All right, guys. Here's the thing. I didn't expect tonight's show to be heavily viewed because when you start dealing with real topics like this, people want to see entertainment, salacious stuff, such and so forth. The reality is this: that call that I just had is going to go down in as one of probably a historical kind of call because you hear my critics and detractors often talk about you need to change the tone and the tone and the tone and say it nicer, say it nicer. How do you say something nicely to hard-headed, as Dennis Sperling would say, he's like, what did he say? When people don't want to deal with reality, that you're a middle-class earning person. But that's what it is. This woman has seen her mama and her aunties who grew up in a world where they had unions, working unions, like my aunts. What my aunts were allowed to do because they grew up in a world that had unions and they had Social Security, they're able to survive on Social Security. They're not able to live, survive. That is going to be gone. And when I asked, do you really believe that after age 65 and you can't work and you have no more money, that you will be on the street? And she said no. So I'm opening the call lines up. Open the call lines up. I'll take about 15 more. Take 15 more minutes to get on. You must be on camera. But I really want to hear what's going on. What is going on with women today thinking that, hey, it ain't that big a deal. It ain't got to be real. I can do whatever I want. Somebody's going to save me. I don't think you ladies realize that it's not going, no one's coming to save you. No one's coming to save you. If I can't see you, you can't get on. All I see is a ceiling fan. Nope. I'm not gonna unmute you until I see you on camera. So, all right. So to the person in the Zoom call right now with the ceiling fan going, I'm going to disconnect you in 5 seconds. So go ahead and do your little troll stuff so I can go ahead. All right. 5, 4. They don't believe it. They don't believe it. It's like, well, this is a joke. This is a joke. It's a game. And so here's the thing. Gentlemen, act accordingly. When you're dealing with somebody who does not want to be saved, because understand something. You as a man is saving her life. You coming in with your masculine protection, your masculine form. I don't care if you 5'6" and 140 pounds, you still a man. Making $42,000 a year, you're still a man. You bring value. You bring structure. You bring logic. You bring ability. And I want you to understand that you are valuable, regardless as to if these modern women don't see value in you. You are valuable. And soon enough, when reality hits, you'll start to see that they'll value it too. See, when that virus came along, then all of a sudden it was the hey big head, but now it's like I'm a writer and a something else. Go ahead, unmute yourself. Abba Soa, you need to unmute yourself. Hello. Hello, how are you? I'm good. How old are you? Okay, you single, you married? What's going on? Okay. What do you got on the topic? Modern women need to be saved from themselves. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm going to open all you guys up. Ashley, Tippy, go ahead and open up too. Ashley, how are you? Good. How old are you? 26. So do you need to be protected from yourself? Okay. What about you, Tippy? How are you? You're muted. You got to unmute yourself. Hello. Good. How old are you? All right. So do modern women need to be saved or protected from themselves? Well, if that's the case, why is the popular narrative y'all are living y'all's best life? I mean, if I got three women who say that modern women need to be saved, why is that not what's going on? Well, you say a lot of different factors. Okay, you excuse yourself from meaning what? Now you say you're 32, right? You say you're 32, right? Unmute yourself, uh, Serena. I don't know where in the world women thought walking out of the house in bonnets were a good idea. Skylar, you need to be on camera. Okay, Karina, you need to turn the YouTube channel off in the back. Skylar, you need to be on camera or you got to go. You're too low. Okay. I don't know. Hi, Serena. How are you? Good. How old is Skylar? Either you get on camera or you got to go. How old are you, Serena? Good. Skylar? He's not paying attention. Unmute yourself. 28. Skylar, unmute yourself. All right, Skylar, you're getting the hell up out of my channel. You can't seem to follow instructions. Hello. Nope. How old are you? How old are you? You can 33. Oh, 33. You don't want to be on camera. All right, do that. Tippy, come back. 33. Are you single or married? Okay, what do you have on the topic then? Have you watched? Did you watch the? Did you watch the monologue that I did? The first part. Yeah, the biggest abuser of modern women, in my opinion, is themselves. So due respect, I don't really want to go down the path of that protection. We're talking about should modern women be protected from themselves? All right, you're having a different conversation. Serena, how are you doing? Yeah, yeah. That's why stop drinking. I mean, I don't get it. Just coming on here talking silly. Just bye. Just get gone, gone, gone. All right, let's have a conversation. So, what's going on, Serena? Should modern women be protected from themselves? Do you think? Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Ladies, to each one of the ladies on the panel, do you have a good relationship with your mother? You do, Ashley? Tippy, no? Okay. Uh, to the ladies, so is your mother married, Ashley? Okay. Okay. So do you think it's more common that women do or don't have great relationships with their mother, Ashley? Right here, you have 3 out of 4 women that say they don't. Mhm. Uh-huh. Okay. 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 So, Serena, what you see what you just said? So, a lot of women lack self awareness. That's a perfect example right there. That even when given real time, where 3 out of 4 say no, it's no. That's not what the reality is. It's just those people. It's just you three. Y'all. It's just y'all. Ashley, this is your situation is more the anomaly, not the norm. Well, and that's one of the things I think Serena was trying to get you ladies on. Y'all need to tune into what y'all need to keep going to places where people are telling you the truth, because the tendency to delude and coddle women to let you believe the best, it's not a problem, is heavy because no one wants to offend women today, and that doesn't help you. Um, Tippy, how was your relationship with your mom?
always tried to be more of a friend than a parent, so there was never much direction.
Your mother tried to be more of a friend than a parent. Okay. People saying there was no audio. I don't know what just popped the audio. I'll upload the next part. So we're talking about mothers right now, and the question that posed to the panel was: did you ladies have a good relationship with your mother? And 3 out of 4 said they didn't. Now you said what again, Tippy? You felt more
My
like.
mother, there was just never much direction. She was more trying to be my friend than
Uh huh.
a parent. And
Was she still dating when you were growing up?
um, no, my mother's single.
Did she have? What I mean, did she have a boyfriend or anything when you were young?
Yeah, she was actively dating when I was younger. Yes.
That's my point. Mothers who tend to have a social life tend to try to get their kids to grow up too fast. See, she needs you to grow up so she can go out. She needs to
Wow.
grow up so she can go out. And then she also needs you to grow up so you can give her man advice. See, if your mama was married or have had a committed relationship with your father, she'd have been more worried about raising you because her man is stable. That's where this whole sister daughter thing comes from. So I'm going to upload this part for you guys who didn't see it. This is a good exchange because this is where a lot of this stuff starts, because you women aren't getting direction from. See, when women say, "I don't need no man, I can raise my kid," no, you can maintain a child. I think it's fair to say many children today have been maintained by one parent, but you can't raise because that person still wants a life. And if women aren't given direction, you just kind of make the stuff up as you go. Serena, have you felt like you had to just make stuff up?
Kevin, I had to raise myself and my siblings. And it made me a stronger person.
Mhm.
But going back to your topic about modern women like needing protection, I
Uh-huh.
was taught by my mom to like take care of myself. So now what I'm learning from your channel is that because I'm so business minded, I'm like too masculine. But
Mhm.
that was like, I guess, her survival way of teaching me how to take care of myself. And it's kind of like backfiring. So
Mhm.
yeah, I had to learn everything from just like you and research and reading books. And our parents just didn't know how to guide us properly in like a balanced relationship.
Well, and unfortunately, that's what it kind of has to happen for a lot of folks. If you didn't get what you needed growing up, there can't be an excuse for why we don't get it in life. We got to keep going on. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Angela. Hello.
Actually don't want to be on video. I just wanted to let you know that you can hear on the YouTube.
It's on now. It's on now. They said they should be able to hear it. But thank you.
That was it. You were.
Thank you. Let me make sure. We got to keep going on. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Angela. Hello. Yep, it's on. All right, thanks. So, ladies, we're back. So, what do you think modern women should do if you didn't get what you needed coming up, and you want relationship outside of YouTube, outside of this show? Where do you go to get information?
Well, for me, I know when I recognized around 18 that I wasn't getting the education that I needed and I felt was necessary to make me the best person, the best mom, the best wife, the best individual I could be, I started looking into like spirituality stuff. I started looking into books that spoke to me. I started looking into women who were women who I looked up to and who I felt like exemplified what I wanted to be as a wife, as a mom, as a woman. But it wasn't one specific place. I can't say, oh, it was just the church, because no, it wasn't just the
Well,
church.
I mean, the church today doesn't. I mean, I'm going to talk about this on Sunday. The church today doesn't really support singles.
Yeah.
Certainly doesn't support. I mean, because men aren't in the church, you can't support something that ain't there. And I think what's going to have to happen is more women are going to have to start talking to each other, because doing these shows help. But so many of you guys have the same story. You just feel alone and isolated out there. And then it's hard to look at the current culture, the current environment, the current messages that keep getting pushed. So they're like, well, something must be wrong with me. Nope. You guys are going to form your own little groups, support groups and everything else. Just like AA and NAR everywhere else, we're going to have RA, Relationships Anonymous.
That's a great idea. Great idea.
All right.
Even in marriage, it's still hard to figure out, okay, I need some guidance. I would love some guidance, but I don't feel comfortable going to anyone at this point.
Single women need to talk to married women, and married women need to be around single women. So this is why I said, and what I'm saying is it's going to require women to, you ladies are going to have to fix this amongst yourselves, because the men really can't. Because men have been so diminished in the eyes of so many women today that our voices really don't matter. Maybe one or two guys does, but men in general don't. Serena, what do you have? Your question before we kind of wrap up?
Yeah, you were saying like, what do we do to kind of redirect ourselves between your content and watching like Dr. Miles Monroe, who's like old school wisdom. And
Bohemian.
Yeah, learning the roles. Learning like the roles of a wife, the roles of a husband, if people want to be married, and like kind of rewiring our mindset. I think the riffle between like moms and daughters come when like I bring my mom this information, and even my dad, just to see where they're at, and it just validates that they're adamantly against like what you teach. Like my mom,
your mom or your dad?
Mostly my dad and my mom, but my dad is in a situation where you know how you said in the Bible, like a chaotic woman, like you might as well just be alone. That's kind of how my dad thinks. So he's a workaholic to kind of.
So your mother and father are married?
No, they're not. I have a stepmom and then I have my mom. But my mom would be like, don't be weak for a man and certain things. And now listening to your channel, it's like, Mom, I don't think this is like natural. And then she'll just go.
Let me say this to you ladies again. I did this broadcast last week. You're going to have to free yourselves from our mothers failing their daughters. I hate to break it to you. You can love your mother. I think more women have a fearful love of their mother, much more than a nurturing love. When I hear most women speak about their mother, it's my mother raised me and she suffered, she sacrificed. But it's not my mom kissed my hurts away and helped me and such and so. It's not that wind beneath my wings love. It's more of I love my mom or else she's going to strike me down with wrath and furious anger.
Yes, and the way you talk about catering to your man and the way you talk about nurturing him, I don't think, at least me as a minority, I've never received that from my parents. So it has to be like
you're supposed to get it from your mother.
Yeah.
See, your father isn't supposed to give you that. He's supposed to give you something different. But you ladies are going to have to come to reality with grips with the relationship you have with your mother is likely the reason your relationships are askew. You didn't get what you needed. And you have to make peace. You're going to have to address that, confront it head on, make peace with it, and then do something different. Because if that was how you were raised, what do you think you're going to map to somebody else? And so many women can't go to their moms. And even if you brought your mom video, she probably, I don't want to see this shit because she know everything. She know everything. So
can I ask you a question, Kevin?
Go ahead.
So as a woman, like recovering from this mindset, how do I like become more feminine to attract like a high value person? And I took all your advice. I just lost like 70 pounds. I'm still on a health journey. And everything. I think I checked.
First off, femininity. Well, you said to attract a high value person.
Yeah.
High value meaning income?
No, not that, but mostly like, integrity, morality, connected to the
community. That's different. High value has something to do with income and network and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I would say yes, due to my business. Yes, I think that's pretty much the best option for me.
What do you mean?
Financially, to have a wealthy man financially as well.
How old are you?
28.
That ain't gonna happen.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm around high net worth individuals and I date.
Are any of them seriously betting you to be their wife?
I would say yes.
Okay. Then you wouldn't be asking me this question. Women who are really dealing with high value men who are serious about marrying them, don't ask that question.
Well, like I said, my father and my mother are pretty detached. So
you asked me, okay, how tall are you?
I am 5'7".
Dress size?
I am a 12.
What's the largest dress size?
I'm a 12 right now.
What was your largest size though?
Oh, before I was like a 20.
Okay, ma'am, that is usually the first key. Jill Scott, how often do you see women with millions who are larger than men at their height with high value men?
Well, that's why I'm asking. Like I said, I'm on a health journey, and
I just need you. You're asking the question that's already been. Okay, you're asking because you don't like the answer. The answer, you didn't even answer the question. The answer is how often, what percentage of the time do you see high earning women who are larger than men at their height with high value men? What percentage of the time?
I guess not often, no.
What percentage though? Out of 100%, how much?
Maybe 40%. I don't know.
40%? 40%. So you didn't see Jill Scott, but you did see Lonnie Love. I mean, which one? 40% is a high number.
I mean, of course, the only stereotypical couple would be like Oprah, but I don't see anybody else really.
Right. So you Oprah, then that's not 40% though.
I mean, I don't know every person, but I totally
okay. See, this is okay. See, you said self-awareness earlier. Now here's where the rubber meets the road. It's self-awareness for thee, but not me.
I mean, I totally agree. This is why I say I'm open to recovering myself.
Okay, ma'am. At 28 years old, when was the last time you were dress size 4?
Never in my life.
Yeah, you were. You didn't go to sleep as a little girl and all of a sudden you were dress size 9.
No, I take awareness of that, and I've been in therapy.
So I asked, when was the last time? Maybe you were in 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, but it happened.
Yeah, probably like middle school.
Okay, the reality is this. We don't pick you the way you pick us. Attraction is not symmetrical like that. You're talking about your money, so you need a man with money. We don't pick you for the reasons you pick us. Why would a man with money and means who have access to all women choose a woman who he's not extremely physically attracted to?
So I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So men aren't attracted to big women?
See, we're not talking about just men. We're talking about a subset of men, high value or wealthy men. Show me men who are rich or wealthy who choose overweight or obese women after they have their money.
Kevin, I have a question as well.
Hold on. That's a question. Show me a man
Kevin,
who's
I will say.
Okay. The
Can I
question's
answer
on. No, you can't answer. You got to answer. The point is you. Okay, see, the thing is, stop. That's one thing we don't do. We don't talk. One thing that women don't like to do is when a question is asked that you don't want to answer, you guys think it's appropriate to just act like it didn't exist. That's rude. When a man asks a question, you give him the honor of at least answering the question before you just. It's just kind of like, yeah, fuck whatever you said. I'm going to the next thing. That's not cool.
No, I apologize. I was going to answer your question. You were asking about men of high value with plus size women.
Mm-hmm.
And, so I'm in real estate. So I see my partners with plus size wives. So
what was the question I asked though? I asked, show me the men who are high value, who choose overweight or obese women after they have their money. What you probably see. Okay, man. Okay, here's what it comes right down to. You guys can live in whatever fantasy world you want to live. I'm going to rubber down the road. Men who have means don't pick fat women is normal. It's period.
Yeah. No.
Period. When men have money, that's why why do you see older, I live here in Atlanta, Buckhead. I see older men getting out of cars with hot young women. The reason they're there is because the man has money and she's attractive. Men get the most attractive woman they can afford. Now, when you tend to see higher value men with a woman who's larger than him, she got with him early and they built together, because there is really, unless she's a fetish, which is abnormal, men typically do not want women that are larger than them. That goes against our fundamental programming. We want to be able to pick you up and move you and maneuver you.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so with weight loss as, of course, step number one, is there anything else you would recommend as well? Because I'm taking everything you say in, and
okay.
I said, I've changed.
Yeah. Yep. Okay,
so,
then.
I'm not here. I'm not egoic. I want to change.
Okay. All right. But see, weight loss, it can't just be weight loss. It has to be a lifestyle. You need to be under discipline of some sort for a lifestyle, because women can lose weight, but then you tend to, when you get comfortable, you turn around and balloon back up. They're not doing that. They can't risk being as honest as I am. I'm telling you what men tell me every day. Thank you for telling the truth. I can't risk it. If I could show you my DMs or my inbox, you'd see blue check marks and executives and people of power all around this world saying thank you for what you're saying, because I can't risk it. But next, next. Okay. After you said what's next after weight?
Yeah, and I have a trainer. I go to the gym every day at 5 a.m. now. Like, my whole lifestyle has changed due to you watching your channel. So
So after weight, on the scale from 1 to 10, what would you rank yourself on the scale? From 1 to 10, you can't use 7. Fresh face, out of the shower, your natural hair.
I would say a 5 or 6 on your standards. I mean, I'm plus size, but I think I carry myself.
So
well.
again, like I asked any woman, where in the world does a woman who's average command a man who's in the top 10%, 5%, 3%, 1% of earners as the norm? After they had their money, they're not when they were young. The man is already in the top 5%. To be in the top 10%, you have to make $100,000 or more. Being in the top 3% is up you're over $300,000. So where do men in that 3%, 5% range pick average women as the norm?
Never.
Thank you.
Never.
So it's not just a matter of weight, it's also a matter of perceivable attractiveness. Bottom line is, just like you think your income and your money and your business and such and so forth, there are men that you think aren't on your level. True or false?
True.
Serena?
True.
True. Then men can also say you're not on their level. But see, there's one thing that you guys forget. There are lots of pretty women. There are a few high earning men.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the
Okay.
math of it.
Yeah.
So that's why I said we got here because you said, where can I go get a high value man? And I said, well, or you mean a high earning man or a good man? You said, well, no, a high earning man because of my money. We don't pick based. There's no attraction symmetry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kevin, can I
Well,
say something?
Go ahead.
If a woman is in shape and
Mhm.
she is ready to be to get married, where do you suggest that she starts to find a high value man?
I don't think all you ladies need to be dealing with high value men. Do you know these men in your life?
yes.
Yes.
Do you know what comes along with being a high value man's woman?
No, that's why we watch your channel.
Did you go to college?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't.
Did any of you make grades good enough to get into Princeton or Stanford or MIT?
I did.
Huh?
I did.
Okay. Did you go to any one of those schools?
No, I didn't.
Why?
My dad is in my life. He's super supportive and very
Mm-hmm.
great dad. And based on what I wanted to do and based on my goals, he was like, college is not where you would go to achieve those.
Okay. My point is the competition is fierce.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why so many, and I'm gonna just be there. Ladies, your ability to attract a man is based heavily upon your looks and your physique. I say take what you take. I take where look at where you're at on the attractiveness scale and the fitness scale, and then multiply times 10,000, and that's roughly around your income. So if you're a 5, and if you're average weight for a 5, you're talking about a $50,000 a year guy.
Okay. So I have a question, Kevin. Going back to your topic of being protected, I feel like, we're also not taught any of this. We're taught that our intellect, our emotional intelligence,
Who taught you that?
our self-development, our mothers, like I'm telling you, we don't know much.
But you don't sleep with your mothers, and your mothers lied to you. They gave you a fantasy. But you can see with your own eyes
Yeah.
who gets what.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
my
mean,
question, my question is this: regardless as to how your mother may have taught you, doesn't matter. Over 18, you're your own responsibility. You're out here in the world yourself, and if you want a man that's up here, if you go to the mayor's ball, the governor's mansion, you go to these Met galas, you see the women walking in there. They're not plus size. They fit into those sequin back out dresses. They don't have tattoos and long raptor claws and everything else. They are fit women. 2, dress size 4. 6 is just like, whoo.
I agree, Kevin. And I mean, my last relationship was a high value person, but I felt like I had so much self-development to do. And
It was or it was not?
It was, yeah. He was an attorney and, we were together for a few years and I learned a lot, but I do believe I didn't know any of the stuff that you taught me. So I don't even know if I would have been a good wife.
Well, I mean, I don't understand why. Is it do you really want the man or do you want the lifestyle?
I think I have the lifestyle already within myself, but I want the man. That situation didn't work
What's the
out.
difference between that guy and an average guy?
Nothing, but I want a man who feels comfortable in my lifestyle. So
see right there.
What?
I said, do you want the man or do you want the lifestyle? I already got the lifestyle. I said, okay, so what's the difference between a man up here, high value, and an average man? You said not much different. Then why don't you go after average men? because I
I'm
wanted to feel
open to
comfortable in my
dating
lifestyle.
them.
Huh?
Well, right. I'm open to dating them. I just think they sometimes don't feel comfortable with the lifestyle that I do have. They don't feel comfortable in the spaces that I go to and that I'm with my partners. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know. Same way for high value men. They won't want a low value person who doesn't feel comfortable, on the golf course or in certain places.
Well, here's the problem with that. Then you should have got married at 21 before you became this. You cannot change. Look, there's some things structurally you ladies going to deal with. You can attract a man on the level of your fitness and your beauty. And if you're saying the guys who, that's in general. Of course, there's always exceptions, but ladies always. I don't know why you guys get so big on exceptions. If you're so big on exceptions, take your 401k and your life savings and go to Vegas and gamble. Show me how much you want to deal with the exception.
Mm-mm. No, I agree with everything you said.
Okay.
I've already been treated differently,
So an
thank you.
average guy, I mean, he wouldn't be comfortable going with this. That's not true. You act like that. So do you mean to tell me that the non-black females that you have are all who are your colleagues are all married to high value men? No.
No, actually, I agree.
No,
with
they're
you.
married to average guys. And they bring their average guys. See, black women, let's just get it. Black women want their partners to y'all think y'all pick men like you're a man. Y'all want men to be socioeconomically attractive and physically attractive. When you see non-black women who are your colleagues who have husbands who are blue collar, who are just the Cro-Magnon caveman that you're talking about, and they'll accept him and love his dad bod and balding, but black women, you look at that man as he's beneath you.
Very true.
Hello? Go ahead. You muted yourself. Go ahead.
There we go.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So just a little bit about my situation. I met my husband when we were first in college. The first college we went to, I was 18, he was 20, 21. But we grew with each other, and that allowed for us to flourish in different ways, whether it was academically, professionally, and we brought that together. But there is so much value to me in growing, no matter at what stage you're at, no matter at what age.
Who has parakeets?
Help the foundation of the family. It helps with your ability to know that you can trust that person when it comes to raising your children.
Okay, hold on. Who has parakeets?
Oh, I do.
Oh, shout out to the budgies. Go ahead.
We do, yeah.
Okay,
So, yeah.
Candace, how are you? Candace, your audio is not connected. Candace, your audio is not connected. The lady down in the blue. Your audio is not connected, so she can't hear me. So I'm going. See, getting with the man who fits early on, you get to build things that of value beyond money. See, the problem, Serena, you find yourself in is you didn't pick a man who fit you early on. So now you're picking a man based upon your income.
I'm a PhD.
And your money. And that doesn't work.
Not a PhD.
It doesn't work for anyone.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for
we have no
anyone.
guidance, Kevin. So, like I said, coming from a place of no guidance, I listen to you and.
Well, I just wonder why. Stop trying to pick a guy based upon his socioeconomic status. Pick a man. First of all, men should be picking you, and you should be looking at a man's character more than his pocketbook. Because there's something that goes. I find it interesting that I meet women who are intelligent, accomplished, of all races, but it seems to be only in our community that black women tend to look down at the men who don't have what they have academically. And other women are happy to be with their plumbers or their roofers. Because a lot of times those guys are making bank too, and they don't have the college. Because here's the thing. Let me put it this way. What is your profession? Are you a lawyer, doctor, what?
Me?
What do you do?
I'm a real estate agent and I
Okay.
own a marketing agency.
Okay. Do you have any college debt?
No.
Most high earning women
Hmm.
have substantial college debt. So let's say you making $150,000, $200,000 a year and you have $300,000, $400,000 in college debt. That makes you about a $40,000 a year guy.
Yeah.
Because you walk around with a nice home in college debt. Candace, unmute yourself.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
I'm 27.
All right. Do modern women need to be protected from themselves?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's also not only ourselves, but our peers and our girlfriends. Definitely. But
Okay.
that's the biggest key for me. I am in a relationship currently.
Is that your guy helping you with the microphone?
Yes.
Oh, you got to turn the YouTube channel off in the background.
It's paused.
Well,
YouTube's paused.
no, because I'm hearing background noise.
Okay, hold on. Let me exit out.
Yeah. So, yeah, ladies, a man in your I'm getting background noise. I have to mute. A man in your that you network with as far as business is one thing. But as much as we talk about high value, understand something. Let me just go ahead. There are only 10% of these men. And do you want to share him? Serena, do you want to share your man?
No.
See, this is crazy. You want loyal, rich alpha males. Where the hell do y'all get this notion? So this man has to go make himself one of 10%, 5%, 3% of men. And all he gets is you? Nah, not going to work. No. You're going to have to share him with his purpose. You're going to have to share him with his network. Your job is going to be to raise his children, build his legacy, and foster and inspire him. It's about him, not your career, not your marketing agency, not any of that. See, those kind of men you're talking about are not going to be trying to share the spotlight with you. Spotlight's on them. You're supporting cast.
I totally agree.
So, this has gone a little bit long, but ladies, I appreciate you guys for coming on. Look, this high value thing, ladies, it ain't for all of y'all. And here's a funny thing. I actually often have women in my DMs or email me who I can verify and see the life they're living in the men they're with. They're like, I don't know if these women really understand the lifestyle they're trying to get into. The notion that you can get a high earning, monogamous, attractive, coming home and helping you with the kids, y'all are, whoa. That's why I said y'all need to be protected from yourselves, from the fantasy. When the world has become too soft of a place for in this conversation for women, and you've forgotten how hard it is. Think about it. Let's say something as simple as childbirth. You get pregnant today, most women assume they're going to just be able to have babies until their 40s. Not realizing that one of the most dangerous things a woman used to could do was to have children. You're not tuned in to what it really means to be a person. And like I said, like the one lady just said, the value in a man is more than his paycheck. It is having somebody to build with, to sit with, to talk with, to grow with, to live with, to laugh with. That's why that first conversation I had with that one lady was so off-putting, because it's like, well, if a man ain't doing this and he gonna do that, I might as well be myself. Okay. But I guarantee you one thing before I run. If you think you can say that right now, but there is nothing more vulnerable than a homeless woman. I want you to think about homeless women. There is no dial 911. You got something? You got something? You got something? Okay, you got a cart. You got a sleeping bag, you got a cart, and you got some stuff. How you gonna keep it? Another homeless person, a homeless man come down the street and see you with it. He wanted, how you gonna keep it from him? Anything you have in a survival situation is temporary. I think you ladies need to really put some thought into end of life. But as many people have pointed out, This sounds fanciful. Y'all really don't think it's gonna happen? I really don't think it's gonna happen. I think I'm gonna do the Sunday broadcast. I think I'm gonna do a Sunday. I think we're gonna do church on Sunday church. I think we're gonna do that evening service. I thank you guys for tuning in. Starting Monday, we come back with the fire topics. I think it's time to do a smoke show. So we're gonna start talking about, and also I'm gonna say that for later. Ladies, make no mistake. You better start competing for your men. Gentlemen, know how the world is. Be nice, be cool, have a conversation with people who want to have a conversation with you. Deal with somebody who wants to value you. Don't waste your time trying to negotiate attraction, trying to get somebody on your page who won't even let you protect her from herself. That's your job. Your job is to protect her from herself, and her job is to be able to see things you can't see. That's how we do these things. Like I said, we're better off when we're together. We just got to figure out you're going to have to just figure out how to do that before it's all over. Ladies, don't wait until you're 40 to try to figure it out. Go ahead and admit it now. Go ahead and admit, I need a man. I want a man. This shit sucks. I don't want to buy a dog and die alone. This is better this way. All right, folks, until next time. Peace. We are gone. Sorry about being late. We'll be back on time next week. PhD.